What's happening, folks? What's happening, faithful? Nine ganger don't bang. Not on Tuesday. Nine ganger don't bang. We getting shit going. It's tampering period. Hit that like button. Debo that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for watching the platform with your man Lawrence. We're here to talk today about free agency and basically the moves that we need to make left over. Some big time moves have gone, on throughout the league. We haven't made a lot of them, but I guess we all, know that's generally what we do or don't do. But we did sign a couple of players. Looks like in the late hours of last night, we signed Charvarius Ward, cornerback, 6'1", about 200 pounds, ran a 4.4 at the combine. Only signed him for about 14 million a year. And I think that J.C. Jackson got somewhere like in the neighborhood of 18. So you see why we didn't sign him. We did sign a corner from Kansas City, young cat. He's only like 25 years old. He's a press man corner too, so that's real good. That's what we need to do. Move on from all that soft ass zone that we always play. And then we also signed a linebacker from Green Bay. But he's more, it looks like, depth on, special teams. So we can actually, he's really fast apparently, really great special teamer. So we signed him to a contract. So that's good. Earlier in the week, we agreed to re-sign Jawan Jennings to a 1-year deal for us too. I don't know if everyone still remembers that because, it was right, I think at the end of last week. So he's going to get re-signed. And then, we lost DJ Jones, of course, to the Broncos. We lost Lakin Tomlinson to the Jets. And there's still one player left on our team that I believe we need to lose. We also re-signed D Ford, restructured his contract. And that's something that we can maybe even do with that player that I think we need to lose. Jimmy Garoppolo. Maybe we can restructure his contract and bring him back. But I really think it's impossible to do because if he's on the team, half the team, his girlfriend George Kittle, are going to want for him to start. Kyle Juszczyk, pardon me, folks. Those people are going to want for him to start and shit. You know what I mean? We don't have time for that. So Trey Lance needs to take over the reins of the team. I honestly think we need to just cut Jimmy Garoppolo because apparently the Colts don't want him. You know what I'm saying? But if they maybe do, we can get a second round pick out of them. That would be awesome. But if not, I think we need to just release Jimmy, get him off our books, take whatever the cap hit is going to be. Otherwise, right now with the market being what it is for Jimmy Garoppolo, which does not look to be full. I see him, hanging around. I don't want him here all the way till training camp or right before training camp or even after the draft. I think that Jimmy Garoppolo needs to be gone from the San Francisco 49ers before the draft comes. So we did sign a corner. We have signed a linebacker for special teams depth and just overall depth. So what do you now think we need, everyone? And that's what I would like to see in the comments. What we need in, free agency with the rest of it left over and the draft. Teron Matthew was out there still. I think we can maybe cut or let, Jaquaski Tart walk and try to see if we can sign Teron Matthew to maybe a 2-year deal. Not with a lot of money, maybe incentive driven because he's getting a little long in the tooth, like myself, and he's also injury prone, like our quarterback, Jimmy Garoppolo. So Teron Matthew could be a real good signing for me, I think, at this point, especially with the way Jaquaski Tart is really honestly up and down. And it could be injured in a second too, just like his homeboy, Jimmy Ward. They've had some pretty decent, consistent seasons as far as health is concerned, but they're not really impact players. And Teron Matthew is an impact player in most cases. So in the draft, myself personally, I think right now what we're going to go for, because we have Aaron Banks already, even though we've lost Lakin Tomlinson, that's Aaron Banks' job. It has to be to lose. If we get any linemen, it needs to be way later in the draft because right now that's a wasted pick. He's a bust. Aaron the bust is what he should be called at this point in time. So I think that we're probably going to be maybe going for in a second round, something like that. Maybe I don't see why we would do anything else in the secondary, but either a secondary player again, and then this draft is full of defensive ends and then also wide receivers. So I'm thinking that right now the squad may end up drafting a defensive end with our first pick, if not a wide receiver. We got, brand new. We have Taquan, we have Jawan, and then maybe we can get that real solid fourth wide receiver in the draft. Let me know what you think. Do we need to first cut Jimmy Garoppolo's ass right away because nobody else seems to want him? Who do you think we're going to be looking to draft, or at least what type of position do you think we're going to draft? Is there anyone else out there that you think is a better signing right now than Terron Matthew? Leave a comment, like the video, share, and subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate you watching. Thank you. Be safe.